critical tree planting events. I love that wording. Critical tree planting events. Okay. Canceled. I guess they weren't critical. After newly formed Aboriginal corporation demanded a $2.5 million payment for approval as frustration grows over new cultural heritage laws. Oh, you mean these people are using the tools we gave them? Oh, no. Yeah, 2 major tree planting events have been canceled following a demand by an Aboriginal corporation for a payment of $2.5 million in exchange for their approval. Land care volunteers who meant to roll up their sleeves plant 5,500 seedlings along Perth's Canning River on the weekend, but the events never went ahead following a $2.5 million demand from the newly formed Wajuk Aboriginal Corporation, sparking confusion about West Australia's new Aboriginal heritage laws. Well, you better unconfuse that quickly then, or else. Chief Executive David Collard told land care groups that the plantings couldn't proceed due to the Indigenous group's ongoing dispute with the West Australia government over funding. The decision bewildered conservation groups and community leaders, including 4 local mayors. You gotta respect them, man. Yeah, there are now grave fears the seedlings are at risk of dying and could go to waste. Plant them somewhere else. They don't have to be there. So we've got them. We've got to get them in the ground to make the most of the wet soil. Southeast Regional Land Care's Stephen Johnson told 7 News. We've got a whole lot of land groups across Perth and in West Australia whose work is critical to the fulfillment of the Commonwealth, state, local government environmental objectives. Aww. Well, this is what happens when your diversity and inclusion objectives conflict with your environmental objectives. Pick one, since apparently you can't have both now. So Pat Hart added, "We've got 4 dams on the Canning. It's under real issues. Time is we can't wait. We have to keep going forward." Well, tell that to the protected groups you've subserviated yourself to. All right, it comes after West Australia's revamped Aboriginal Cultural Heritage Act came into effect with tougher penalties for damaging sites of traditional significance. You did it to yourselves, right there. You literally did this to yourselves. Did you think that this wouldn't happen? So many rivers, creeks, and other tributaries are now considered ethnographic sites, requiring the highest level of assessment to change. The Canning River is among these now recognized as a site of Aboriginal cultural significance. So these, at least 3 community tree planting events have been shut down since the new laws came into effect a fortnight ago. Dude, they did this to themselves. That's what makes this so funny. But they're not going to learn their lesson either. Now, frustrated mayors have pleaded with the West Australian government to step in and resolve the issue. Look, if you want to resolve the issue, just pay. You know how to resolve the issue. Pay the $2.5 million to use their land. Why is it so difficult? We're standing here today in solidarity with some of these environmental groups saying someone needs to clarify this legislation. It has become somewhat of a mess, the City of Canning Mayor Patrick Hall said. Yeah, what did I just say? When diversity clashes with climate, who's going to win? I guess diversity is winning this round. Aboriginal Affairs Minister Tony Booty released a statement to insist the matter had nothing to do with their modernized laws. He then personally called concerned community leaders, including C.R. Hall, to try to reassure them that was the case. Shadow Defense Minister Andrew Hastie, maybe call him Andrew Quickie instead, who's also a federal member for Canning, wants the new laws abolished. Aboriginal cultural heritage laws are only 2 weeks old, and already Indigenous corporations using them to demand millions of dollars. It's time for Roger Crook to scrap these divisive laws. Oh, shit, someone's about to be called a racist. The last furor comes a week after the opening of the $232 million Mitchell Freeway extension spiraled into chaos when 2 Aboriginal elders clashed over who had the right to conduct the smoking ceremony. They're literally fighting themselves now. Oh, God, that's hilarious. Deputy Minister Rita Safiadi was seen at the launch hurriedly turning away to consult with an official, while No, Wajak Noongar, a man, Steve Jacobs, bickered with another indigenous man over who had the right to conduct the ceremony. Well, in the past, how did the Aboriginals resolve these disputes? We're just going to have to figure that out and do it that way.